Okay. I want to make this video as a reminder, kind of first and foremost to myself, and then like an explanation to everybody else who cares to listen, that I need to take a step back and be just really patient with myself. I kind of realized I've been promising myself I was going to do a lot of stuff with this page that I'm not actually quite ready to do. And it's tough because I'm very excited to do and all of it and jump into all of it. I'm just realizing like I thought I was in one place of being really ready to do that, and I'm now really seeing that I'm just not. And I want to provide a little bit of color on like what I mean by that and why I'm not ready. And so first, I want to I'll make a longer video about some of this stuff later probably, but like just to give like a quick summary of like what my life has been like the last 4 months. It's like, look, there was a day that things flipped. At some point I'll tell you what happened. But I woke up one morning and I just started waking up at 4:35 in the morning. And I was in like kind of agony every day. Like I woke up in like anxiety, tension, sometimes like literal just crushing like sadness. And it would take me sometimes like an hour and a half just to get out of bed, to like move, to get the will to like rise and like face my demons basically. And then I did that, and I'm really proud of how I did that. Like I faced so many things about myself that I hadn't faced for years and years. And I thought I knew what some of those things were. Like what most of those things were. Like one of them was like, this was a small one. It wasn't really what was causing the agony, but it was like, okay, Huma needs to accept how he looks. Be able to say to anyone, yeah, like I'm really fucking attractive. Like cool. Like let's move on. Instead of like being weird about it and like waiting for people to like say it and having this awkward like, oh, I want to hear it, but also like it's weird when people tell me. It's like, no, just like own it. It's mine. I need to do that. I needed to I was really dealing with like a lot of rejection from someone, and I was like working through that rejection and what can it mean that like I have so much love for them, and I kind of almost felt like they did have love for me in a way, but it was just like they didn't want to be with me. And so I was facing that a lot, and I was kind of like, well, like I'm feeling some ways better than ever in my life, and I want to share that with this person that I feel like kind of unlocked that for me. Like she kind of cracked me wide open, but she won't be with me. She doesn't want to talk to me. And so I was kind of grappling like, well, where like I feel all this like force, love, expression, like where does it go? And that was kind of where like the private Instagram really came in, and I was like just sharing tons of stuff about like my friends and family, just kind of pouring out, and it came out of me very naturally. And it was just like I was having these epic days with like friends and family, and I just felt this need to showcase. I was like, look at these people that I love, how much they love me, and like how like full it makes my life feel to have them. And like yeah, like let me celebrate them, give them the credit that they're due, like show my love. And so I was working through all of that, and at the same time, I was like trying to figure out this like modeling journey for me, because I'd accepted since late February. I decided I was like, I want to give this a go. People have been telling me about it my whole life, like since I was like 16. So I was like, you know what, like I actually think this could be a good thing for me. And so I was like taking tons of pictures of myself. I was trying to figure out like how that worked, like get comfortable in front of a camera. I was also just deeply embracing my own aesthetic. This person that I'd spent time with, I feel like it kind of freed me of the last of my shame. And I got a lot of wonderful friends. And like, if you're one of those friends, like I hope you know who you are. If not, like I'll make sure you do. But like a lot of friends that helped me like open up and like stop feeling shame about being myself. But I feel like she was kind of the last one. And I kind of woke up and this one day and just like, oh, like I'm just going to wear literally whatever the fuck I want to wear. Like I knew exactly what I wanted to wear. And then things just got bolder and bolder. Like I bought bigger and bigger earrings. And then I started to look back and I was like, all this stuff that I was wearing is like too tame now. Like how do I go crazier? I got into makeup, like all this stuff. And all of that was just like really, truly it's been one of the most beautiful experiences of my life. It's been so amazing. And it's just been really, really intense and really difficult. Just a lot of really heavy, intense, sad, painful, angry feelings that I've been working through. And yeah, it's just been a lot, for lack of a better word. And I guess there's two things to kind of get back on point here. It's like, I need a break from that intensity. Like, I can't go on sleeping 5 hours a night. Luckily, I've been sleeping more now, and it's because, like, you know, I'm out here at my dad's house, like, he's trying to help me relax. Like, I think my family got a little concerned about me, and, you know, rightfully so. Like, I was fine. I wasn't, like, losing it or something, but, like, you know, it's like I needed to sleep, and I needed a break, and I was getting towards my limit. And I was like, okay, like I need to detox from that. I need, like, there's a lot more work for me to do, but it's like, okay, I need to do that from a calmer, more rested place. And so I got to figure that out, basically, like how to rest for a bit. Kind of not have this. My therapist gave me this, like, hey, there's a difference between being motivated and being driven. And you were driven. That's the, like, you wake up after 5 hours of sleep and you feel like wide awake and you just attack your shit. Like, that's driven. And, like, driven works for you, Huma. And I was like, yeah, like, I like driven. Driven's dope. It's fun. And he was like, yeah, it is fun. He gave me this quote. I was like, some McCarthy or something was like, you know, war is hell, and, like, God forgive me, like, I love it, or something like that. And that's how I felt. Like, it is stimulating, and it's exciting. It's thrilling is the right word. It's thrilling. But, like, I can't go on. I can't keep doing that. I know that. So I need a break from that. Second thing is, like, by late, I really thought the whole time, kind of March, February, but it was kind of ramping, particularly by May, I was like, I know who I am. I know what my aesthetic is. I know what I want to branch into. I knew it was going to get crazy, but I was like, I see the path, and I'm just going to walk it. And I have nothing's holding me back. And I feel like I could just, any day, like, fashion had really become for me, like, a tool to help me, like, with my emotions. It was like, I would wake up and I would be like, how is Huma on the inside feeling? And then I just kind of had a map, a very intuitive sense of, like, what do I wear that kind of reflects that to the world and also kind of holds me in those emotions and keeps me stable. Like, and it's able to help me work through those. Basically just show up as, like, the best version of myself that day, like, whatever I'm dealing with. Like, am I crushingly sad? Like, cool, I can't hide from that. But I also don't want to just, like, cry to all of my friends. So it's like, I have an outfit that I know kind of vaguely. It's not, like, that scientific, but it's like, cool, this is my outfit of, like, Huma's feeling this kind of way. But this is going to help him show up as his best self. And I had all these outfits that, like, I just really deeply loved. And they made me feel very grounded. I think grounded is the right word. Like, I would look at myself in the mirror and I'd be like, this motherfucker's got it. Like, he knows what he's doing. He can do anything. He's going through a lot, and he's going to be fine. Because he's a champion. He's a warrior. He's whatever. And, like, I spent a lot of time looking in the mirror, developing all of those outfits. And a lot of it was you know, it was like, I don't know that I was thinking of it super, like, it was that consciously, like, oh, this is the composition, like an art piece. But that's what it was, right? It was like, cool, like, let me trim my facial hair. The facial hair was a huge part of it. Like, let me trim that a particular way to really get it looking how I want. Let me style my hair how I want. Noticing that, like, certain outfits look good with certain hairstyles and really not to me with other ones. And it was just, like, repetition after repetition of me, like, putting stuff on. I would spend hours doing this some days, like, putting stuff on, looking in the mirror and being like, does Huma on the inside like this or not? Like, what do I feel like? What does my soul and heart feel about this? Supposed to, like, logicking it through or listening to what anybody else says. And then just tweaking shit and trying until there were things that Huma went, yo, that looks fucking sick. Like, wear that. And then I'd accumulated a lot of those outfits. I'd probably accumulated, I don't know, like 5 to 10 of those. So I was getting a phone call. 5 to 10 of those that were like really sick. And they kind of just filled out, I feel like, most of the space. Like pretty much every day I knew what I wanted to wear, at least good enough. Like sometimes I would change, my mood would change throughout the day, but it was like I knew how to dress to be me. Like on the deepest sense it's ever been true in my life, like I knew how to dress to be me. And it felt sick. And I kind of felt like I couldn't take a bad picture of myself sometimes. Like I'd just go in my room, sometimes I'd pull up my camera, I'd hop in the mirror and I'd like take these mirror selfies and I'm like, I'd look and I'd be like, yo, this is like a good looking motherfucker. And like, just like this is me. And there were things I was learning even about myself through the pictures, but like, that's another story. But it was like, I felt like whoever, like what I was dressing in and how I was presenting gave me a lot of confidence in who I was and like in my own strength and ability to like live my life. And now fast forward a few weeks from May and it's like, holy shit, like I was missing some stuff. I did not fully know who I was. Not that we ever do, but like, wow, I was missing something big. Like I'm a woman and a man. Like whatever that means, like I still got to figure that out. But like deeply on some level, like I'm a woman. At the same time that I still feel like as much of like a fire-breathing demon, I think is the word that means, like an intense masculine man as I've ever felt. That was part of what was so confusing about getting here is like I would keep borrowing more and more shit from women and like more wanting to look more and more, being like, oh, those women look so good, I want to look like them. And then I'd be like, but I still feel like the most intense masculine. I feel more intense and more masculine than I've ever felt in my life. Like what's going on? Like I'm not a woman. And I came to this like, oh, like it's this two poles thing. Like I don't feel like this androgynous, it's not like a they them thing to me. Like it is for some people. It's like no, I feel like intensely masculine sometimes and then like intensely feminine. And the intensely feminine is still something I'm learning to embrace. But like I realize that's there. It's like when I'm really honest with myself, like what does Huma the woman want to look like? Like, bro, she's been telling me for months and months. Like she wants to look like this. I found this picture on Instagram, like I printed it out recently because it's nice to have it with me, but it's like, bro, like sometimes I'm attracted to this, but a lot of times I'm not. A lot of times it's just Huma the woman on the inside going like, why the fuck can I not live in this body? And some days like, she's like, Huma, like snap, like if I could snap my fingers some days and just trade forever and like let this body figure out how to be masculine when it needed to be and just like have the feminine body. Like I some days I think I would do it. And this picture is like probably like weirdly it's just some random model. And it's kind of the beauty of modeling, I guess. Like I don't have to know anything else about it. Like this picture is just sick. But this is like one of the most intense ones. There's other ones too, like I've printed, like I've showed this one a bunch. This one is a little bit more abstract. I don't feel like the longing is deeply. I'm just like, she looks dope. But in any case, it's like, it's clear to me that I've accepted. I'm like, wow, like actually I deeply, deeply like want to look some ways that in reality I can't look. Like Huma the woman is like, make me look like a woman. And I have to sit down and be like, hey, hold her hand. I love you. You're never going to get to be in a woman's body. Like that's not how this works. We don't get to look like a woman. We get to look like our own thing. We're going to have to figure that out. And like, so things I've been sitting in kind of these new self-discoveries, it's kind of like been realizing like, okay, I was at a place where I thought I knew how to dress and I thought I knew all the contents of my heart or like where it was going. And I was like, cool. Like I'm like a captain of the ship and the ship is moving fast and we're just going to go. And now I'm like, hang on a second. I'd barely at this point after shaving my mustache know how to dress Huma the man. Like to make him happy and feel masculine enough. Like if you see this makeup on my face, like I've been wearing this shirt and this hat and this morning I put on this makeup and like, look, I don't care if any of you think this looks good or not. Like that's not the point. Like it's doing something for me right now. But like this is not probably how I'm going to walk around looking in like a month. This is like the stage of me being like, my facial hair is gone. I'm pretty committed to leaving it gone because I need to explore some new things, like, and be a new version of myself. But like, I don't like it become a very integral part of like all of my outfits, like everything fit around that. in a way that I hadn't fully appreciated. It was like it made my face look a certain way that then complemented certain shirts, certain outfits, certain hairstyles, certain earrings. Like the whole thing it was an integral part of the composition. It was literally front and center. It was like my face, mustache, beard, right? And like taking that away now, it's like the last time I didn't have a beard, I'll be honest with you, I hated my face. I hated it. And I don't hate it anymore. Like, I look at myself now and, like, I actually kind of like this makeup. I think it's doing something for me and it looks kind of fierce and, like maybe I look like a clown, but, like, whatever. Like, fuck off. But, yeah, like, I really figured out how to dress Huma the man in the way he was happy with the mustache. And Huma the woman a little bit. There were some of those more feminine pictures. But it's like now without it, it's kind of like back to square one. It's like I'm trying all these outfits on that I used to wear. And I'm like, none of them fit. None of them, like, they don't quite work. Some people will tell me, they'll be like, you look good. And I'm like, I appreciate that. I hear you. It's not hitting for me. It's not me. Like, it's not, something is off. Like, it's as if you took your favorite painting and you just, like, cut out a square in the middle. And then everyone's like, it's still a good painting. And you're like, yeah, but it's missing something in the middle. It's like, it's wrong. It just looks wrong. And yeah, I don't know how to dress Huma the man. Barely. I'm figuring it out. And I sure as hell don't know how to dress Huma the woman. Because again, Huma the woman wants to look like this. And I have to be like, well, sorry, no. On some level. And so I guess what I'm feeling is just deeply kind of ungrounded, if you will. I mentioned before, it's like outfits had been very, I don't know if I used that word. I feel like I did, but it was like they become very grounding for me. Like looking at myself in the mirror wearing certain things made me be like, oh yeah, like it literally inspired me. I inspired myself with my own face and body, which is not something I'd expected out of a modeling journey, but extremely sick thing to discover that they could a tool to be used. But yeah, I had that grounding thing figured out, and now I don't at all. And it's kind of like I feel things and I don't know how to express them through my clothes. And then also weirdly, because I can't express them through my clothes, it literally like it confuses me on some about what I'm feeling. Like that is really true. It's like part of a dance. It was not a one way like feeling and then clothes. It was like a dance. It was like feeling, clothes, and then look, and then like more feelings, right? It's like a literally becoming, like, I think artists will say this like through music, right? It's not just like they feel things and they put it in songs. It's like, no, they're literally becoming through the music. Like through the act of making the music, they become more of themselves. And like, that's kind of how that's like how I feel about the fashion at this point too. And so, yeah, like, I guess it's like, I'm at this place of like, I'm becoming something new. And that's exciting. Like, it really is. To be without the mustache again and not hate my face and be like, okay, like, time to figure this out. This is a new thing. Really, like, I'm looking forward to it. Like, it's going to be a really deeply fulfilling experience. But at the same time, like, it's like kind of exhausting and like, it just rattling. Like to kind of just not, to like know who I am, like man and woman, be open about my faith, you know, Meher Baba, which I'd never done in my life, be open about my anger, my fury, be open about my femininity. Like I know I'm like, cool, I'm more confident than ever, less shame than ever, nothing I'm hiding, more just like, okay, I know I know like these things, but I don't really know the depth of them yet. Like I don't know how to be that person that I know that I am, if that makes sense. I guess maybe let's take like Huma the woman as an example, and then even Huma the man, like similar, but like Huma the woman, like guys, it's like I'd had her locked in a room and I didn't even know she was there. I did not even acknowledge she was there. And then finally on like Friday, Saturday, I was like, oh, holy shit, she's here. I let her out of the room. I gave her a hug. I was like, I love you. She was like, I love you too. Fuck you for hiding me in here, but I love you. And we were just like, hey, we're going to figure this out. But that was it. That was like, we're going to figure it out. That was not a like, I know her deeply, I know what she wants. It's like, I'm very deeply aware that I do not know that aspect of myself that deeply. It's just like, I finally accepted that it's there. And so like, that is kind of that was the war, to admit that she existed. The war is over, but like, now the city that the war was fought in is kind of like in rubble, and I have to rebuild it. And like, I have to build this relationship with this woman in me, get the man and the woman to get along too, in some sense. Like, I'm using these phrases, I don't even really know what it means, but like, I have to like, there's a lot more I have to learn about myself, to know about myself, and then to figure out like how to express that. Like, guys, I went to Nordstrom the other day to like, I think I posted this on my story, to like put on a bunch of makeup, and like, I was like, I'm gonna try to look like a woman, like, let me just put on this makeup. And I had a couple different makeup people there, different counters, like, put shit on me. I'm not gonna lie, like, I was a lot of fun, and I bought a lot of good products. I was with my mom. It was a blast. But by the end, I was like, holy shit, I'm tired, one. And then two, I looked at my face, and I was like, no, this is not it. Not it at all. Like, it almost made me want to, like, vomit in some sense. I was like, I looked like kind of like a drag queen, which is like nothing wrong, like, if that's what I wanted to look like. But it was like, oh no, that's like not, Huma was like, that is not me. Like, stop. It would be as if like, you know, take a queer person, like a really, like a very flamboyantly gay person, and like force them to dress like the straightest person you've ever seen. They'd like be like, oh my God, this is uncomfortable. Like, I don't like this, right? And that was how I felt. I was like, hang on, like, I look like, you know, I look really queer, and I look really like a drag queen, and I don't like it. It's like not saying what I want to say. And yeah, that was scary. It was kind of like, oh God, like, I don't actually know how to do this, and it's going to take me a long time to figure it out. And so yeah, that's where I'm at. It's like, I don't know where I'm gonna be in a few months, like, in terms of like this aesthetic journey. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna be wearing. I don't know how I'm gonna be doing makeup and what earrings I'm gonna be wearing. I don't know what that's gonna look like for the man or the woman, really. Like, vague senses, but like, there's just so much to iterate on and figure out, so many repetitions to do, to just like go back to the drawing board, sans facial hair, and figure it out. And like, that process is just going to take as long as it takes. And really, like, I don't have a timeline, and I can't have one. It's just going to be like, it's going to be what it's going to be. And yeah, I think until then, like, I have a lot of pictures. Yeah, Dad, can you give me 1 sec, please? No, I'm like literally right in the middle of something. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, like, sorry, I just got a little bit knocked off my, I probably should just answer this question. It's fine. I'll go find him right after this. I kind of snapped at him a little bit because I was just a little bit frustrated because I want to finish this video. But yeah, I have a lot of pictures that I've collected of myself in that phase, having the facial hair, that I really like. You've seen a lot of them on my story, and I'm going to start posting those, just to kind of build like my brand a little bit. Like, that is a big part of me and who I was, who I am, still am, carry that forward. Like, I'm not going to try to copy him for the time being. We're doing something new, but like, I want to share all that stuff in some posts, and kind of full earnestness of it. And kind of, you know, I mean, milk it is kind of a weird word, but yeah, I want to like, there was a lot there, and I'm going to squeeze the juice out of those lemons. Maybe all of you aren't going to get as much out of it since you've been following very closely. Like, if you've been watching my story every day for months, but to me, you know, I'm trying to get a lot of new people on this page, and I need them. If they show up, they're not going to have seen the story. Like, it's not all there. They're not going to go rewatch it. I'm not putting everything up as highlights. It's like, no, I want the page to have enough posts and enough of those pictures to be like, okay, like, I kind of get a sense of who this guy is, or who this woman is too. So yeah, I'm going to do that. And then it's like everything else, I just got to be patient and feel it out. And it's like, I would love to sit here and have a plan of like, how am I going to embrace and be more feminine, and how am I going to keep being a fire-breathing demon? And I just don't know. So we're just going to keep going to therapy, keep talking to friends, keep journaling, keep making video blogs, keep trying shit on, keep working through shit. And then as I figure it out, I'm so excited to share here. But yeah, it's like I can't even say, is it going to take 2 weeks before I get a picture that I want to share? I already have one picture, like 2 pictures I want to share without mustache, but like, when am I going to get more? I don't know. I really, really don't know. Could be a few weeks, could be a few months. Like, it's just gonna be what it's gonna be. So yeah, no. And if you made it to the end of this video, first of all, like, thank you so much. Shocked in some sense. Much love. I'm gonna be making more of these long form videos. I really like this kind of format where I don't have to, can just kind of be a little more unstructured and like a little more raw with my emotions. I think when I have to prep it and get it down to like 3 minutes for a reel, it just like doesn't work. It's not authentic anymore. It's not me. And I hate that, like, social media, like, oh, everything's so polished and so entertaining. It's like, you know what? Like, my raw emotions are not for your fucking entertainment. Okay. Like, if you want to get to know me, if you want to like dig in, like, it's not for your passive entertainment. It's not for your brain rot. Right. Okay. Like, if you don't have the attention span to watch this video, then like, yeah, I'm not here to share my deepest, darkest secrets with you and like pour my heart out. But at the same time, like, if you are and you're like made it through 27 minutes of this video, like, goddamn, like, thank you for being here. And yeah, like, look, this is not just me talking to you. I've said it over and over again. Like, I want to engage with people. Comment down below. Shoot me a DM if you have thoughts. If you have similar experiences, like, guys, like, I don't think anything that I've been through is remotely unique. Not by like a fucking mile. Like, I think everybody kind of has dealt with these feelings on some level. And a lot of my favorite part is like, if I'm doing this, is the way that as I express myself and things that are inside me, the way people reach out and share similar experiences. And we kind of have this shared catharsis of like, oh yeah, we've both been dealing with this. And whether it's we share tips on how to deal with it or not, or it's literally just like acknowledge, like, yep, part of the human experience. Like, and we're both like, yeah, you go. Like, it's one of the best parts, truly. It's like, that is kind of honestly the whole point at the end of the day, is like, connect with other like wonderful human beings, and then put myself as my own wonderful human being out there for whoever cares to enjoy that or take something away from that. So yeah, doesn't have to be a one-sided conversation, but it totally can be. That's fine too. That's kind of what I signed up for, and this is what I want to do. So yeah, this is like my first kind of official video post. TLDR, Huma's going to be patient. Huma's going to share a lot of the things that Huma the man from February to May, early June, really accumulated. That were deep reflections of who he was and who I still am, facets of me. You've probably seen him. Would still really appreciate likes on the post. Like, look, not everything gets to be new. I'd rather deep dive than just have this, modern world. Everything's got to be new and new and new. It's like, no, like, there's depth. I want to explore the depth of that person. And then, yeah, I'm just going to be patient on becoming the new person and sharing that new person, like, as he and she, like, open him and herself up to me. And as they do, I can't wait to share with you. So, yeah. Peace and love. I'll see you in the next video.